on. All right, it's right now propagating. It looks like Twitter has jumped on. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Facebook. Awesome. This is our first live, y'all. Almost gotten the channels on here. All right, Scott, I think we're on roll here, brother.
Okay. Are we live?
I want to welcome everyone to our first live. Sean Herndon and Scott Hastings talk about the Lake Norman market, real estate market. We're going to keep these things nice and short and straight to the point and talk about what's going on in the market once a week. So Scott, hey, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, definitely. So people are wondering, everybody sees the interest rates, mortgage interest rates are going up. That is not not a lie. They are going up. But I think something that people forget is in 2018, rates were over 5%. So really, in my career, which is basically a 20-year career, and most people I'm talking to in the industry that have been in it for even longer than I have, this is the fastest that rates have increased as far as just the speed of the rate increase, in our careers. But rates started at, historical lows, unnatural lows, and, under 3%. So even though rates are going up, it shouldn't be a shock to anybody. And it's definitely not slowing up home buying.
No, that's the thing. We're not seeing that on our side. We're actually, we have evidence everywhere showing that inventory is still very low. We still have low inventory on new homes, low inventory on rentals, low inventory on resales. We still have multiple offers going. We still have properties flying off the shelf if they are priced right and in good condition. So there's maybe we're situations that we're, instead of maybe having 30 offers on a home, it might go down to 10 or 5, which for a buyer, that's awesome news. You have less competition. And I've been tracking our numbers on inventory, active inventory. And just a quick description, what that is that we have always been talking, we got low inventory. But actually, we have record sales right now. So that means we do have inventory. It's just active inventory is very low because if they are priced right, good condition, good location, they'll go under contract in 2 days. So, but with this, how things have been going, it seems that our actual active inventory is tricking up just a little bit. Instead of in the high 300s of units around the lake, now we're in the 400 units that are actively available around the lake. And that's really good news.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot, I know that there's a lot of fear in the world. There's a lot of fear out there in general, everything that's going on in the world. But really, this is a healthy market. I grew up here in Charlotte. And so, I've seen the growth of the area. And in the last 5 years, things have just exploded. So I was thinking this afternoon back to, say, 2017, 2018, 2019. Homes were much lower priced. We were able to get first-time home buyers in homes, have sellers paying, concessions, paying closing costs and all that stuff. And now it's just that the secret's out in the area. I know that any realtor that's watching, all the realtors I'm dealing with, I know that you're dealing with this too. The only accepted offers I'm getting are at least 10% over asking price. Yeah. So I think that's a reality check to anybody that thinks that they're going to get a deal. There really aren't any deals. And I know everybody is focused on inflation, and inflation's super real. I'm not an economist, but in an inflationary environment, money goes towards hard assets like housing. So prices are just going to continue to go up. So I think anybody that has been waiting for a time to buy, they think home prices are going to decline. You know, who can tell the future? But my bet is that that's not going to happen. And I think it's kind of like planting a tree. You know, the best time to plant a tree was yesterday, and the second best time is today. So if you're not in the home buying market, if you're a renter right now, I think you got to figure out a way to buy. And you may have to go out a little bit. I know you and I have talked about this a lot, and I'm just seeing it. You know, it wasn't that long ago in Statesville. It's like, who wants to live in Statesville? Well, now a lot of people want to live in Statesville. So just as an example, I had an offer turned down on it was like a $210,000 house, which is very small, but they offered $27,000 over asking. So they offered $237,000 and didn't get it. So you may have to go further out.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the reality. So I have a lot of contacts around the country in the mortgage business, and that I talk to a lot, and quite a few in California. And really what they said to me was, you know, welcome to what we've been seeing the last 10 years. You know, we're in an area of the country now where everybody wants to be, and they're not making any more land. So if anybody wants to live in Cornelius, I don't think they're building any more houses in Cornelius. You know, not really Huntersville either. And also, if you are building a house, I have clients building houses, it's taking at least a year. I have a client who they've been building his house for over a year. It's still not done. It might be done in May. And if it is, that would be probably 14 months they've been building it. So that's a whole nother episode about check your builder contract. When they have a clause in there that says they have up until 2 or 3 years to build it, they might take that. They might take you up on that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
And they also have guarantees in there. So if they don't close on a certain time, they can charge the buyer for not closing on time. Yeah. So it's always good to have someone take a look at those agreements, because those agreements are written by the builder's attorney. So since it's going to lean more towards the builder in that language. But a home typically would go 6 months, maybe 8 months max to build, depending on how many square feet. But going over a year, and the shortage of labor, shortage of materials, and the cost and all that, I'm not shocked, but at the same time, it's incredible to hear it's taken someone that long to build a home.
Yeah. But you know, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, we don't want to drag on all day.
Nope.
So I'll just say, if you're still watching, I hope you are, if you have any questions about a mortgage rates, getting approved for a mortgage, if you're self-employed and you wrote off all your income because it's tax time, and getting a lot of those calls right now. We do bank statement loans and things like that. Also, it's a whole nother episode we can talk about renovation loans, but that's a really good way. People are starting to look at those a lot more often now. So anyway.
Yeah. I definitely think we should do an episode on those type of loans, because I do hear about that. And if inflation keeps going up and the costs and stuff, people might do more renos and then pause that time before they go buy. But I'm telling everyone, if you're going to sell, this is time to sell. Top of the market. And now we're getting more active inventory for options for you to buy. So that's the perfect scenario, selling high and having options to make a move. But like you said, we're at 151 or at 10 minutes. So we're going to keep this night short. Scott, thank you so much. Highly recommend Scott for any of your lending needs. And I am here to help in any way I can on the real estate side. But again, thanks a lot, Scott.
Absolutely, Sean. See you soon.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.